Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Well, Donald Trump went to Davos and he addressed the world. And we know Donald Trump, he doesn't know how to talk to people. And when he got done all of his ranting, everybody was just too through and said the only thing they walked away with is they can no longer do business with America. So they now changed the MAGA, which, make America great again. What a laughable slogan. But they changed it to make America go away. That's what they changed the slogan to. Y'all, they are selling merch with the Make America Go Away slogan on it, and it is selling worldwide. There are so many people on this earth right now that hate America. They can't stand this country. They don't like Donald Trump. And they are now selling merch, and people are grabbing it up all over the place. And Greenland is the biggest, have the biggest consumers of this merch, because of Donald Trump and all the stuff about Greenland, and he wanted to take over Greenland and all that stuff. So they're making this. They literally got companies that are making this merch as fast as it's being sold. I mean, wow. Wow, MAGA, somebody took your slogan and changed it and actually made it kind of funny. But we're going to look at some of the videos. You're going to look at people with the merch on, and you'll see how deep this thing really truly is. Yes, it is. All right, y'all. All right. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Thank you. There we go.
Make America Go Away, standards Greenland and Denmark.
Trump is being protested all over the world. MAGA in Europe means make America go away. Europe is also wondering, where are all the adults in the USA? And this sign, it's my favorite. It's fucking brilliant. The USA already has too much ice. Those are some of my favorite signs from a massive protest that took place at the US Embassy in Copenhagen, Denmark over the weekend, because Europe is fucking pissed. And today, Sunday, January 18th, the EU is meeting in an emergency capacity to try to figure out how they are going to respond to Trump's latest tantrum, where he's threatening to impose tariffs if they don't give him Greenland. And watching the people protest in Denmark and in Minneapolis, I think the real lesson here is that winter people are not to be trifled with. And look, I'm a Midwesterner. I grew up near Chicago, et maintenant j'ai un pied à terre à Québec, so j'aime l'hiver. I like winter, but I cannot winter like these people can winter. Look at the Danes and the Greenlanders looking downright cozy while they are protesting. They're not cold at all. And look at the Minnesotans. They are building protest sleds. They are out singing to ice. They are bundled up, and this cold is not deterring them at all. And it reminds me of something a friend of mine said years ago. It was brilliant, and I've never forgotten it. They said, there's no bad weather, there's only bad clothing. And I'm keeping that in mind because we're going to be protesting for the long haul, y'all, and we cannot wait for nice weather to do it. So, got to up the gear.
But if Martin Luther was living, get everybody gone. Situation, segregation, everybody allegation.
Make America great again. When was America great? Oh, back when the richest people here were colonizers who controlled everything. How about make America go away? Y'all can take America and go back to where you came from. Because America is the reclassification of the land that was stolen from my ancestors. My ancestors, the original owners of this land, were killed, genocided, and our land was stolen, and we want our land back. So we not interested in making America great again. Y'all can take America and go back to Europe, where you came from. I'm talking to the first migrants. This is not your land. You are not American. Pale people, you are not American. That's why he ended birthright citizenship, because this is not your land.
You guys seen that Greenlanders are wearing MAGA hats now? No, not your racist Make America Great Again hats. Oh, they're saying Make America Go Away, and some of them have another slogan. It's a Danish play on words with the Greenland capital that means now is enough. And I found the maker's website, which is greenlandsupport.com, and they have all sorts of apparel to support Greenland, including a hat that says not for sale with the Greenland flag on it. Apparently, they're sold out now in Denmark, but they were everywhere yesterday at the biggest protest in Greenland's history, along with the Greenland Prime Minister, who jumped onto a snowbank to raise the Greenland flag. All I have to say is Donald Trump could never.
The citizens of Denmark and Greenland are now embracing MAGA, but it's probably not the MAGA that you think. This is the MAGA they are embracing. Make America Go Away. This is the story in The Independent in the UK. Greenland embraces the new MAGA hat, Make America Go Away. Here in Greenland, these Greenlanders are wearing a hat that says now is Nook, which means enough is enough. In Denmark, these Make America Go Away hats have reportedly sold out across the country. It's been pretty remarkable to see the solidarity from people in Denmark and Greenland and frankly across Europe. We saw at the NBA game in London that someone interrupted the national anthem by saying, "Get away from Greenland." These people do not want us invading Greenland. The only thing that we're doing is pissing people off who should be our friends. MAGA has become Make America Go Away. And frankly, I don't blame these people for wearing these hats at all. But good on the Danes and Greenlanders for coming together and standing up against this bullshit.
Hot take. Make America Go Away. Not just people in Greenland should wear it. People in Guam, people in Hawaii, people in Puerto Rico should also wear Make America Go Away.
People in Greenland are chanting Make America Go Away instead of Make America Great Again. If it's really about national security, then be more specific about what the national security is. Me personally, I think Donald Trump is just trying to see what he can get away with, like a little kid conquering other countries and territories, seeing if he can keep them. Me personally, it seems like America's in a rut and he's just trying to grasp for straws. I also think MAGA only stands for racism, and beyond that, they don't have anything else to stand on. They don't even know the policies because Donald Trump doesn't even have any policies.
Hello? Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear freedom calling me to this. I'm gonna keep.
The world is clapping back at the United States of America. There's now a movement that is growing very, very strong all across the world called Make America Go Away. That's right. It's called Make America Go Away. Now, people around the world are throwing away American merchandise. There's videos of Chinese people throwing their iPhones, and they have decided to boycott America, and this is taking hold. The world is boycotting America. In the last 24 hours, 90% of people, that they've seen a 90% drop of the people going to America. Nobody's trading with America, and the hashtag is huge. It's called Make America Go Away. Do you know what? I guess The world is saying to Trump, you cannot behave like a bastard, okay? You cannot behave like this. He's gone around the world kidnapping people, okay? Kidnapping whole presidents, okay? He's kidnapped Maduro. He also kidnapped 2 people from Scotland yesterday. He's threatening countries right, left, and center. He's basically piracy. He's involved in piracy of cruise liners, okay? Oil tankers, and the money that he is making from selling that oil, he's banking in offshore accounts, and the world is back clapping at Trump.
This is the visual that is haunting the White House this morning. It is the image that no amount of spin, no amount of rallies, and no amount of truth social posts can fix. If you look at the live security feeds from JFK International in New York, LAX in Los Angeles, and O'Hare in Chicago, you will see something that defies the laws of modern economics. It is a Friday morning in late January. Usually these terminals are the beating heart of global commerce, packed with international tourists, business executives, and cargo crews moving the wealth of nations. Today, they are ghost towns. At 6:00 a.m. Eastern Time, a coordinated grassroots movement that started as a meme on TikTok in Europe and exploded across the Asian markets has officially made landfall on American soil. The Make America Go Away sentiment has morphed from a political slogan into a global economic weapon of mass destruction. They are calling it the Great American Boycott. And unlike government sanctions, which take months to negotiate and years to bite, this is hitting instantly. The speed is terrifying. International travel bookings to the United States have dropped 90% in the last 24 hours. European dock workers are refusing to unload American ships in Rotterdam and Hamburg. And in a move that has sent Apple and Tesla stock plunging another 12% in pre-market trading, Chinese consumers are live streaming themselves, throwing their iPhones into the trash in a display of nationalism that has gone viral. President Donald Trump, already besieged by the ballroom scandal, the nurse shooting fallout, and the Japan bond crash, is reportedly terrified. Sources inside the West Wing say the president understands one thing above all else: the brand. He knows that his power rests on the idea that America is the envy of the world. And for the first time in history, the USA brand is toxic. He is screaming at his trade advisors. He is demanding that the European Union force their citizens to buy American goods. He is threatening to seize foreign assets. But he is learning the hardest lesson of capitalism. You can force a country to sign a treaty, but you cannot force a customer to walk into a store. In this massive deep dive finale to our week of crisis coverage, we are going to break down the mechanics of this global boycott. We are going to expose the secret Zoom call between the world's top 50 CEOs that sealed Trump's fate. We are going to reveal why the president is suddenly frantically calling the very world leaders he insulted just 48 hours ago. And we are going to look at the BRICS option, the financial nuclear weapon that is being loaded into the silo right now. The world isn't just ignoring America. They are actively deleting us from the global economy. To understand the panic in Washington, you have to look at the speed of this. Governments move slow, people move fast. After the fatal insult tweet where Trump called European leaders vassals and the horrific leaked video of Sarah Jenkins being executed in Minneapolis, the global public snapped. The reservoir of goodwill that America built up over 75 years drained away in 75 hours. It started in Denmark. Following the president's threat to annex Greenland, a viral challenge called "We're Bye-Bye USA" began trending in Copenhagen. Danish influencers, who usually idolize American culture, started posting videos of themselves canceling their Netflix subscriptions. They showed themselves switching from Coca-Cola to local sodas. They filmed themselves canceling their Florida vacations and booking trips to Spain instead. It spread to France. The French, who have always had a love-hate relationship with American power, decided they had enough. French cafes in Paris started putting up handwritten signs in their windows. No American products served here. Videos of French citizens returning Levi's jeans and Nike shoes flooded TikTok. The hashtag Sans Amerique, without America, became the #1 trend in the Euro.
But if Martin Luther was living, keep fighting, keep no love, dead, everybody gone. Situation, segregation, everybody allegation, innocent on the news, everybody gone. Don't roll the right, all of us saying.
Make America go away.
I heard the funniest shit today. So apparently the international community has rebranded MAGA. Now it means Make America Go Away.
Well, breaking fuck to this. I know I haven't been doing any news since I've been here in Minneapolis, but I found this story very interesting, and I think you guys should hear about it. A MAGA trend is currently running rampant over the nation of Greenland, but it's not for what you think it stands for. One second. It stands for Make America Go Away. Not only that, Donald Trump was asked in an interview, I believe yesterday or the day before, and in the interview or in the press conference meeting, a journalist reporter had asked Donald Trump, would he rule out using military forces to take Greenland? And Donald Trump's exact response was no comment. The president of the United States, who ran off of the idea that he was a no new war president, is actively causing conflicts all across the globe for his own personal gain to make you Americans, the MAGAs, the conservatives, believe that he is doing what's in your best interest. Nothing that he is doing is going to cause any more positivity in your life. Right now, it is some of the most dangerous times for American and U.S. citizens and Americans who consider themselves that to travel. And what a lot of you need to understand that this isn't the America any of you were raised to believe that we live in. The censorship, the major media portraying things that aren't true, the not being able to leave the country, the lies, the deceit, the invasions. We are not an empire. Actually, your forefathers, because you don't have ancestors, white people, white Americans, you have forefathers. Your forefathers fought an empire that was doing injustice to them. This is a nation full of rebels and colonizers. I'll keep you updated with more.
All right, y'all. You can see America has really fallen out of favor worldwide. And, you don't have anybody in Donald Trump's administration that can really make this better. Who's going to make it better? Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio, JD Vance. I mean, really, he doesn't have anybody with no damn common sense. So, how are they going to make this better? They can't. They can't. They are not really likable he don't have that many likable people in his administration. He really don't have any. Who? Pete Hegseth? I mean, seriously. And Donald Trump has really put this country in a bad situation. And I did a live a few weeks ago telling y'all how because of all those tariffs he put out globally, many countries have stopped buying US goods. And as you can see in this video, they're telling you they're not buying anything from the US. So the more people refuse to buy from this country, the more expensive and more inflation's going to be on the consumer. So Donald Trump really is not making anything better. He's not. Nor is he capable of doing it. Oh, you know what I saw this morning? You know how Donald Trump had that video out on Truth Social of Michelle and Barack Obama as apes? Well, they started doing ape memes of Donald Trump and Melania. So I saw a few of them this morning, but it was over there on Instagram. A couple of people put out ape memes of them. But yeah, I mean, the world is turning on the US, y'all. They are turning on the US. And this is very biblical. Remember, these nations that are ruling, the place is turning on the US. And Donald Trump, he can't turn this around, y'all. He can't. You saw what he did. He threatened countries that refuse to buy US. He wants them to force their consumers to buy from the US. You can't force people to buy anything. Let's just be straight on that. Donald Trump can't even get the US public to buy anything. And another thing people are doing, you know how Melania has her documentary out? Well, people are flocking over to Netflix to watch Michelle Obama's Becoming. And Becoming is now moving back up because I think it was like still among the top 10. And it's actually inching up higher because they're kind of counteracting Melania's movie, which is we know is not selling any movie tickets. So people are going over to drive up Becoming. And it's not just our people, it's a lot of white people doing it. If you go over on TikTok and watch some of the video, a lot of white people are going over and watching Becoming multiple times to push it up in the top 10 so it can go back to number one. It was over there at number one for quite some time. So that's how they are countering Donald Trump with, and Melania on their movie. Mhm. Yeah, well, I believe that's why Donald Trump ain't going to the Super Bowl, y'all. He said he's not going. And I believe that's why he's not going because he don't want to get booed. Everywhere he goes, he gets booed. And see, the last time he was in a stadium, what was it, in Baltimore in Maryland? And he got heavily booed. He got booed, and I think he don't want to get booed at the Super Bowl. I really don't. I think that's why he's not going. But he said he's not going to the Super Bowl. Mm-mm-mm. So, Antithesis, thank you so much for your super chat. Oucha supporting. Thank you so much. Diane, thank you for becoming a new channel member. C Stan, thank you for the super chat. Blessings to you, Miss Lisa. Thank you so much, and blessings to you. Let's see here. Audacity Comics. Thank you, Miss Lisa Cabrera, for these incredible stories. Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your support. One of many ancestral shadows. Thank you for the super chat. US dollar collapse. They won't concede, though. You're right. Everything about this place is about to collapse. More and more people, like I said, you heard on the video, there are more and more that are just getting rid of US goods and boycotting America. And, these things are really going to hurt economically and already is right now. Mhm. So y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude on this one. Thank you so much for being here. I got another really good one coming up. Over on TikTok, especially, a lot of our people have been talking about being indigenous to the land. And the Siberians are getting very angry. And at one point, I did a live a few months ago, back in 2025, where they were threatening to take what they said they were going to take the African American community to court because people were over there saying that we were the ones that were indigenous to the land, and they were getting all mad, saying they were going to take us to court. And our people were like, yeah, please take us to court because we got a lot of proof on us being indigenous. Well, they're mad again, and they're doing videos over there because not only are people over there saying that we are indigenous to this land, y'all, it's actually catching on. It's catching on and it's spreading. and people are believing it. And because of that, they're getting angry and saying that we are erasing their history. Well, first of all, we can't erase your history. If you came over here from the Barren Straits, then there's no way you are native in the land. You came here from somewhere else. And it means you were not the first one here. If you came across the Barren Straits and came in this land, you were not the first one here. You were not. So we'll get into that. That's going to be at 3:45 today. So I hope you can all come back for that one as well. So I will see you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for all of your donations. I did reach my goal over on my Give Send Go, but it's still up. Some people are still giving donations, and I do thank you for that. Um, I am going to keep it up until the very end of February, and then I will take it down. So, everybody, please enjoy your afternoon, and I will see you later. Shalom, family.